Namaskaram everyone. Thank you for inviting. So I'm here to put some insights from Bhagavad Gita, though it's very less time. Okay, let's begin with a small prayer. Om Agyan Timirandasya Jnana Anjan Shalakya Chakshurun Militum Yena Tasmai Shri Gurve Nama. How Bhagavad Gita is going to help us? It was spoken in ancient time, nearly 5,000 years ago. Because it's a timeless wisdom for modern medical practice, it can help you still now. There are a lot of things which come in our mind. Why I'm not getting rich? Why I'm not getting this position? Why? So there are a lot of questions. You see, when you buy or get a new thing like watch, like Apple phone or anything, you get a manual along with this. So have you ever thought that when you come with a car, you have a manual and service book? When you have this body, you have some manual. Yeah, we have, and that's the Srimad Bhagavad Gita. So, what is Bhagavad Gita? It's a part of Mahabharata. Out of hundreds of parvas of Mahabharata, it belongs to Bhishma Parva, and there are 18 chapters, 700 verses, and it's a conversation between primarily Sanjay and Dhritarashtra, and in that Krishna and Arjuna they are talking mostly questions and their answers. Why we are talking so much about this book? Because more than 1,000 commentaries have been written on this book, and for whom is it useful? For Arjun only? Because it was spoken 5,000 years? No, for all of us. Why? Because a lot of people who are very famous and they have utilized this thing, like Oppenheimer, Annie Besant, Gandhi, lot of fellows, even Nelson Mandela, he read this book in the prison only and utilized it afterwards. So what is the scene setting? If you see the very first chapter of Bhagavad Gita, it starts with conflicts, physical conditioning, social conditioning, and those conflicts are not in the life of Arjun only; they are in your life also. As a young surgeon, when you come into the field, we are between conflicts whether we should do PDF or we should become consultant, government versus corporate versus private, patient choice, your own choice, money, fame, family, what should be first, whom to marry, where to settle, and interpretive decisions, of course. So there are a lot of inner battle inside, and you have to decide. You are always fighting within, and the very first thing which should come to us, that who am I? By that only you know what you have to do, and it's teaching. They offer practical guidelines for navigating life challenges, finding meaning in everyday action, and cultivating a sense of inner peace. This is the inner peace which ultimately you will be finding. So there are 8 qualities I have sorted, which a neurosurgeon must possess: clinical excellence and deep knowledge, exceptional technical skills, mental resilience and emotional stability, communication and empathy, ethical integrity and accountability, patience and perseverance, team leadership and collaboration, vision, passion, and purpose. So first, clinical excellence. It's a part of Sankhya Yoga which has been described in Bhagavad Gita. It gives you mental clarity and clean intellect. And second is technical mastery. It comes through focus. There is a verse, Suchaudeshe Pradisthap Istirmanasam Atmana. Nauti Chittam Nati Nicham Jalajan Kushotram Tattaikagram Mana Krishtra Kritva Yachitendriya Kriya Upivishasane Yunjad Yogam Atma Vishuddha. So you can have this focus thing, and that will give you technical mastery and mental resilience. Of course it is very important because you have to be stay calm under pressure. So you should not be bewildered. Sukha dukkeshu dugnana sukkeshu vigaspraha vitrag bhaya krodha sthir dhir muni uchyate. A lot of verses in this. Compassion and communication is essential part of our life, and that comes under bhakti yoga. And Krishna has told qualities what a person should have: adhishta sarvbhutanam maitrah karune vicha nirmamo nirankara samadukka sukha shami. Most abused or misused verse, karmanyeva dhikaraste ma phaleshu kadachan ma karm phal hetur bhurmate sangostu karmani. It comes under karma yoga. Similarly, patience and perseverance, it comes from shraddha, faith. Shraddhavan labhate jnanam tatpara sanjitendriya jnanam labdha param shantim achirena adhigachati. It's a shanti which ultimately everybody bonds, and leadership quality, those who lead and people follow them, it comes through Jnana Yoga. And last, which is most important, is one should practice what he is perfect in. Shriyan Swadharmo Viguna Paradharman Anushtat Sarvdharme Nidhanam Shriya Paradharmo Bhayava. So most difficult thing which we face, which everybody face, is what? Is to control our own mind. And that thing you can compare with a monkey. Markatasya surapanam tasya vrishik damshanam tanmadhe bhut sancharu jadya tadda. Meaning, like a monkey who has drunken a lot of alcohol and then bitten by a scorpio, and on his head there is a ghost. So how that monkey will behave? That is how our mind behaves. Bhagavad Gita says this mind is biggest enemy and biggest friend. Uddharet atmana atmanam natmanam avsadet atmayo atmano bandhuratmayo ripuratmana. So when we were general surgeons, we were quite gross. We became subtle when we became neurosurgeon. In this also, we need to be quite subtle. We should adopt this method. And what can we do? We can become limitless by going through these things. But Shruti and Smriti Vedas, they cannot be read by us. So the essence which is given in Bhagavad Gita in 700 verses, that can change our life. And how we can explore the Gita, there are some ways. Read different translations and commentaries, engage with the scholars and practitioners, apply Gita in your everyday life, integrate its principle into your actions, thoughts and decisions. Start small, perhaps with practice mindfulness or cultivating selfless service. So Gita inspires balance, clarity, spiritual depth in neurosurgery, and live and work with purpose, wisdom and inner peace. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. That was a wonderful talk. Adding to it, sir, these things help, sir. These things helps a lot. While before, going to OT, while scrubbing, I also believe in Krishna.
Ha.
So I used to chant Krishna while scrubbing for 3 to 5 minutes. These things helps, obviously, Krishna is not coming here, he will not perform the surgery, but these things helps in that way that I feel that somebody is with me. It should be the positive attitude.
Definitely, definitely. You
It helps us.
you are absolutely right. For my own experience, I can tell you that I'm doing it for a longer time, and that has changed me myself. I was quite aggressive when I was entering into the hospital. The things, they were different, but now they are different. And the people who are associated with me, we have got a group in which 145 148 members. And most of them, we have done a survey and published a paper too on their behavioral change, their habits, how do they react. And there are very positive results in this. So definitely one should adopt as much as he can.
Not about Krishna, anybody.
Yeah,
We can have
definitely.
their purpose.
Yeah, there is nothing like it is related to some dharma. No, it's a siddhant, it's a principle. Like you apply Pythagoras theorem in applications, similarly these 700 verses, they are useful in our life. Thank you.
I would like to add one more thing. So the continuous underneath that also adds calmness.
Definitely, it adds to it, because once you see somebody putting those things, you think about that thing, and when you are facing yourself in the mirror, you are thinking about that. Definitely, it is. Thank you. Thank you.